Division by 0. A number divided by 0 or 1 by 0 equals to infinity, or it can also be called as undefined. When I divide a number, say the number is 1, by 0, always it results infinity or undefined. How it works? Let us see. I divide 1 by 1000. So the result is, the value of the fraction is 0.001. I divide 1 by 100. It results 0.01. The value of the fraction 1 over 100 is 0.01. This time I divide 1 by 10. So the value of the fraction 1 over 10 is just 0.1. This time I divide 1 by 1. So it's just 1. We know it very well. So now I'm going to divide 1 by 0.1. So the value of the fraction 1 by 0.1 is equal to 10. So when I divide 1 by 0.1, so it results 10. Okay, now I'm going to divide 1 by 0.01. So it results 100. I divide 1 by 0.001. It results 1000. I divide 1 by 0.0001. It results 10,000. I divide 1 by 0.00001. It results 100,000. I divide 1 by 0.000001. It results 1 million. Okay, here, first I start dividing the number 1 by 1000. I got a small value 0.001. Okay, then I divide 1 by 100. Again, I get a small value 0.01. So every time I divide the same number 1 by a different value. So here, first I divide 1 by 1000, then I divide 1 by 100, 1 by 10, 1 by 1, 0.1, 0.01, 0.001. So what I'm doing here is, I'm just decreasing the denominator or the divisor for 1. So first I divide by 1000, 100, 10, 1. In this way, I decrease the divisor. When I keep decreasing the divisor, what's happening in the value of the fraction? So the value of the fraction is getting increased. We can notice here. So first, initially, when I divide 1 by 1000, I just got 0.001. When I divide by 100, I got 0.01. Then 0.11, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. So here, let's consider the last fraction where I divide 1 by 0.00001. So this value, the divisor over here, is a very small value, and also it's very close to 0. So when I divide 1 by a number which is close to 0, the value of the fraction becomes a very large value, that is 1 million. So in this way, whenever I divide a number by a very small value which is very close to 0, what will happen to the value of the fraction? It will be a very large value. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to divide 1 by 0. Okay, here I divide 1 by 0. So in this case, in the previous case, when I divide 1 by 0.000001, that is a very small value close to 0, the value of the fraction is a very large value, that is 1 million. In this case, I divide 1 by the extreme small value 0. So what is the value of this fraction? So the value of the fraction is a very large infinite value, that is called infinity. So whenever I divide 1 by a very small value or the extreme value, extreme small value 0, so the value of the fraction is just infinity. Okay, here I divide 1, a positive number, by 0, so the answer is going to be positive infinity. In case, if I divide a negative number by 0, what will happen? So negative 1 over 0 can be written as negative 1 over 0, that is, we can take this negative in common, in common for both numerator and denominator. So already we know that 1 over 0 is infinity, so negative infinity. So when I divide a positive number by 0, so the result, the value of the fraction is positive infinity. When I divide a negative number by 0, the value of the fraction is negative infinity.